Hello and welcome to another edition of Draw Along with Dan. I'm cartoonist Dan Lietha, and this week we have something really funny to do. So I'm going to draw some animals. Well, I'm drawing animals usually on Draw Along with Dan, but this week we're going to do something a little different. I've found some funny names that people have come up with for animals, and I've decided to draw these animals and I'm not going to tell you the name of the real animal. In fact, I want you to watch the drawing and see how fast you can tell which animal it is, and I'm only going to give you the funny name to go by. So, think you can do it? So, watch the timestamp on the video and see if you can guess what the animal is, and then write in the comments below what the time on the timestamp is, and let's see how fast you can do it. All right, so let's get drawing. So I'm going to set up my screen here and get rid of the stuff that we don't need. And okay, the funny name of this animal is tank rat. Now it's not a rat, okay? So, but that's a hint as to what this animal is. And so I'm going to draw with my gray pen, and I'll start sketching this out. Of course, I do the sketch first and then I ink over the top of it. But I might start giving you some clues as I start to ink. But for right now, you'll just have to watch the drawing and see if you can come up with what you think it might be. Any ideas yet? A little bit of evidence doesn't give you much to go on. So let's keep watching and see what this turns out to be. And I want to move this up just a little bit here to give me some more room for some legs on the bottom. And I'm going to finish the sketching in the head here. It's got kind of a funny shaped head. And there's some little legs on the bottom with some little feet. And is it starting to look familiar yet? Any guesses? Watch that timestamp and see if you can beat anybody else as to what your guess was, and if your guess was accurate. So this little critter has some claws on it. All right, starting to come into shape more. All right. Oh, there's some more clue right here. It's got a middle section with some sections to it. All right, and there's a number of them, so that number might be important too. So this animal actually has a name, and then there's variations of it that have numbers in the name. I'll give you that little hint. And this has got some ears on it that now I'm exaggerating them a little bit here, but not too much. They're kind of bigger ears, little beady eyes. And oh, we're going to make him smile because it's a cartoon and I'm a cartoonist. So, all right. It seems like lots of the parts of this animal is kind of made up of sections. So, roughing in some shadows there. All right. I think we've probably got enough here to go on. And I'm going to knock back the sketch, and now I'm going to start inking. And most everyone should probably have some close guess at least. But I'm going to start inking, and I'm going to start giving you some more details. So let's see. This animal, I live in the state of Kentucky. And as far as I know, there are none of these in Kentucky. Now, I live in the northern part of Kentucky, so there possibly could be some in the south. I'd have to look it up. So I really don't know. But there are animals, these animals, in the south. And when I've been down in the south, most of the animals of this kind that I've seen have been sadly roadkill. So there's another hint. It's a popular roadkill animal in the south. Now, the reason for that is it's kind of funny and sad at the same time. All right, so this particular animal, the tank rat, quote unquote, um, it. Oh, well, okay. It when it's startled, it jumps. It jumps straight up in the air, and so it's small enough that it can fit under a car for sure. But when a car goes over it, it gets scared and it jumps. And so the car goes over, the thing gets scared, whap, it gets hit by the car and it gets killed. So sadly, this thing has a natural built in reflex that causes it to not survive a lot of run ins with cars. In fact, it causes the run ins with cars. So, but it does have the name Tank in this funny nickname. So there's a clue that that interesting body that it has got some tank to it. Just put it that way. So what do you think that could be? And it's even got a tail with some tank to it, where the tail is divvied up into sections. So this is a tough little guy. It's not a meat eater, as far as like mice or something. It doesn't eat those, but it eats bugs. I'll put it that way. So maybe that's, I don't know if that's meat or not, but anyway, it's kind of a tough little guy, and they're kind of cute, kind of ugly at the same time. So write your guesses down below. Tank rat. Who thought of that? Anyway, I've got a lot more of these animals with funny nicknames. And these are things just people made up, I think, fairly recently. So it's not like a long-standing, this creature is known by this thing. It's somebody was just being funny, I think, for the internet, for social media, and so they came up with these names, and they've caught on. So I've seen all kinds of memes and graphics and stuff with them. One thing about this creature too is that it's very ornate in the sense of it's got a lot of design elements on it, and I'm just putting a simple indication of that sort of thing. If you saw the animal, the actual photograph, or you saw the animal, you would go, oh, look at that. That would take forever to draw that. So I'm just doing a simplified version. Also, one big hint as to what this creature is you really don't want to have it as a pet. It's known for having it's a carrier of a very ugly disease, and so you're gonna have to look it up. But hey, mom and dad, take notice. Don't let your kids touch one of these. And maybe that's being a little overcautious, but when you find out what the disease is, you probably go, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. And see, he's kind of ugly, but kind of cute at the same time. And so these ears, again, a little exaggerated, but they almost look like rabbit ears. But it's a cartoon, so I exaggerated a little bit. So here it is, the tank rat. Oh, I gotta finish some little section of the back of the head there. There we go. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And I gotta sign my name up here and finish this piece of artwork, because that's how you finish one. So check out my other draw along with Dan's, and it's been fun. So this week is going to be a good week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So join me for more funny animals, and have a good day. Thanks for watching.